Hello, Capricorn. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your general collective message. This is for any major Capricorn placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. And what I want you to keep in mind is that timing and energy is fluid, and because of that, this message is timeless. So whenever you're guided here, you're likely going to find a message for you. Also, keep in mind energies can be swapped around. These are energies in and around you, so swap around the characters if need be, but don't cram yourself into a message that's not meant for you. Before jumping in with the meditative session message and the cards, I do want to quickly mention that I am now offering my second online tarot class. If you would like to jump on the bandwagon and are interested in learning tarot from me, the class will start next Thursday, November the 9th, and this will be a 5-week class, 5 consecutive weeks, every Thursday from 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you would like to join that class, there will be information in the description box below. I encourage you to check it out and shoot me an email if you are interested in registering for the class. Registration will stay open until about the day before the class. Okay, Capricorn, I'm not sure what is going on here, but I felt this overwhelming energy of burnout, bordering on a little bit of a depressive state. And so I do feel you might be finding it hard to manage some stress. It felt very lethargic. It felt very tired. And so you do need to be mindful, because I feel this low surge of energy might take a toll on your overall health and your immune system. I just feel like this overwhelming, challenging situation that you've been trying to manage all on your own. And I did feel that you could be dealing with somebody a few years older than you, quite a bit older than you, where you might have developed some type of connection there. But I just want to mention, like, relationships, for a relationship to work, Capricorn, it takes two people. It takes both partners to put in the effort. I just feel you're stressed, you're strained. It's this overwhelming urge, I feel, to wanting to spend some time alone. But I do feel there's a major discussion coming up here. A major discussion coming up here when it comes to your goals and your plans and your desires for the future. I just feel two people really not on the same page. But I also feel after a disconnect, there's likely going to be this surge of energy, this surge of creativity, this new artistic drive. That's what I feel. I feel you're striving for tranquility and peace, but you might have to embrace a period of solitude in order to find your balance again. So let's jump in with the cards. Let's see what other messages need to come through for my Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Okay, we get the cow with restrictions. So I feel like you're feeling very restricted. And I do feel this is causing a toll on your health. This is a 35 card breaking down to an 8. And so this is some karmic energy. I feel some karmic energy, and I feel you're going to need to find your strength. And the cow is speaking about asking and receiving. So I do feel there's a lack of balance when it comes to equal giving and receiving. They're showing me the Queen of Pentacles. This is a 20 card, which breaks down to a 2. So I feel, where have you been ignoring your inner guidance? 2 would represent the High Priestess. 2s are all about partnerships, decisions, crossroads. You could be at the divine Y point. You could be dealing with a Taurus. I feel strong Taurus energy, but I feel you've asked to manifest something. I feel there's been a delay when it comes to creating some type of an abundance in your life. And maybe it's time to embrace a more creative career path. I'm feeling health. So maybe you work in the health industry. I'm not sure. But I just feel moving to a higher vantage point is kind of what this energy is feeling like, Capricorn. So let's see what else needs to come through for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. The Deer. Interesting. This is a 22 card. This is a very masculine energy coming through. I do feel self-mastery. The Deer represents leadership energy, I feel. Or going towards leadership energy. And I do believe the Deer card did come out in the Aquarius reading. So you might want to check out the Aquarius reading if you're dealing with an Aquarius or have strong Aquarius in your chart. We also got the Bard with the Lady of the Lake. And so I just feel like somebody's dirty laundry is coming out. There's going to be some cosmic truth exposed. And I do think it's going to take a lot of strength and courage to maybe honor some self-respect. I do feel you could be dealing with somebody that really isn't very respectful towards you. I do feel you're so sick and tired of having to be responsible for everything. This is also an 8 card, which is speaking about more karma. We've got a 7 card here with the Bard. And so I do feel you're dealing with some type of storyteller. You could be dealing with a pathological liar here. And I do feel this person does have a history of lying. I think somebody's created some type of an illusion here. I do feel a 7 of Cups energy. And then we get the spider energy, which is like a karmic webbing. It's also a 15 card, which would be the Devil card. So there is something a little unhealthy and toxic here. And I feel you going towards some independence. Where are you needing to instill some healthy boundaries? I feel there's been blocks with you communicating your desires and your needs, and maybe even communicating your own personal boundaries. So I do feel action needs to be taken when it comes to embracing some change. You are closing out a major cycle here. This is an 18 breaking down to a 9. And when we get to the 9, something is kind of reaching completion. And I do feel action is going to be required in order for you to really be firm with those healthy boundaries at this time. Let's dig in with the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck. Let's see what other messages need to come through. Okay, we get the Spirit Guides and Angels with Open to Receiving. So I do feel a period of disillusionment. I do feel maybe you've got a lot of mental clutter that's really been blocking this clarity, this absolute truth that's been trying to come in. And I do feel like this is about responsibility, integrity, and accountability. And so there's a lot of energy flow going on here that I feel needs to be released. And I feel the guides and the angels have been trying to connect with you to guide you on a different path for your spiritual journey. But you have to be open to receiving this truth. So I kind of feel like almost like being in a state of denial. You're kind of tangled in somebody's web of lies is what it feels like, Capricorn. So let's see what else needs to come through for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. So pay attention to your dreams. Spirit might be communicating with you in the astral realms, in dream space. You might want to keep a dream journal beside your bed in order to track the energies coming through. There's that spend time alone. I do feel you just want to spend some time alone. I feel you're trying to disconnect from something unhealthy. And I do feel that there's some type of catalyst energy here in order to ignite some passions, your psychic abilities. There's that new creative energy that I felt, that surge of creation. And so I feel like your heart is screaming at you. I think you're dealing with somebody that brings down your mood, that kind of brings down your energy. And this is a block to creativity. And so if this is work related, I just feel you're in some type of situationship here that's playing a vital role for your advancement. And so there's a very karmic dynamic playing out here. I feel that is part of your greater purpose. And I feel a moment of realization. And so really, really pay attention to your dreams, Capricorn. Keep a dream journal. A spirit's trying to decipher all of this truth, I feel, in dream space, in the astral realms. And I do feel I'm talking to a Capricorn that likely has some psychic gifts here, whether this is the gift of sacred sight, clairaudiency gifts coming online. But I feel you've been sensing something is off. And you're going to really need to lean into that intuition. And in order to do that, you do need to disconnect. You need to go within. You need to just be with yourself in order to kind of like sift through all of this disillusionment. And I think you've been spending a lot of time up in your head trying to figure something out here. And the clarity hasn't quite been presented yet. But forgiveness is going to be key. So I do feel there's like a fear of walking away because you don't want to go into the heart pain of an ending. Capricorn can, I gotta say, Capricorn doesn't really like to feel. Out of all the earth signs, I think Virgo and Capricorn, they don't like to go deep into their feelings. And so I feel you just want to be liberated from something that's really held you back and dragged you down. But there's fear of going into the heart, fear of going into the pain. And that is what you need to do in order to break some chains here. There's something very addictive here, something very restrictive. And we always have the choice to break free. And so I feel you have a big choice to make here when it comes to letting someone go. I do feel there's a lot of power and control issues here. And so I do feel a fated, destined turn of events, because I think somebody's really had a negative influence on you, and you and only you can take charge of this situation. So let's jump in with the tarot. Let's see what else needs to come through, Capricorn. Yeah, there's that stress. There's those sleepless nights, anxiety. So we do get the Fool. And we do get the Nine of Swords. And so nines are completions. I think you've got this unfounded fear. I think you're expecting the worst. I think there's going to be some type of self-fulfilling prophecy playing out here if you keep allowing all of this fear to grow out of proportion. I just noticed 11:22 on the timer. There's some type of situation here that really has affected your health negatively. And I think you have been dreaming about a new beginning. Aries energy, right? You have been dreaming about a fresh new start. So where are you needing to work through any fears of an ending in order to fully trust yourself to take that leap of faith? The Fool doesn't take anything with them. They don't take the past baggage. This could be you packing up your bags and leaving everything behind. But I do feel it's really time to find that faith, to take that leap of faith. So let's do a 9-card spread, Capricorn. Let's see what other energies you might be contending with. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Capricorn, it's time to do the work. I heard it's time to do the work. It's time to invest in yourself, Capricorn. We get the Two of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Wheel. So fate, destiny. We have water. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Three of Cups in reversed. We got Pisces is the dead central energy. We got the Hanged Man in reverse. That's a major, major wake-up call coming through. And there's that burden. You've been holding on to something, I think. You're stressed. I feel there's a lack of balance in your life. I think maybe you've been asking too many people for some unsolicited advice. I think you've received unsolicited advice. I do feel health problems. I do feel stress. I feel a very heavy burden. We get the Six of Wands in reversed. We get the Judgment in reverse. So this is a no. There's no chance of reconciliation. There's no chance of a renewal here. Final judgment call. And then we get the High Priestess in reversed. And so secrets are going to be coming to light. That's what I see there, because there you are, trapped. Trapped in some type of illusion that you've constructed in the mind. You could be feeling stuck because you've got all of this lack of confidence overwhelming you. I think you're feeling helpless. That's what I think is going on here. I think you are afraid to take action. You're afraid to take responsibility. And you're afraid to maybe try something new. You might have to lose it all in order to go in this new direction. But I feel it's really time to activate that throat chakra, to get really honest here about what is going on, because this Queen of Swords can bust you through the doorway. It's like you've already kind of seen the truth. On this Eight of Swords, she's blindfolded. She's not tied up. The gate is open. The sword of truth is in the ground. The truth, I feel, has been revealed. And if you see on this card, she's kind of peeking. So something has already been exposed is what I'm feeling. And all you need to do is release this person that really isn't serving you. You're dealing with somebody here that's not serving you. And the Queen of Swords, I feel, is career-driven, focused on career. And I think that's where you need to be. And so in the recent past, I think, yeah, you came into union with somebody. This could be you. This could be somebody you're dealing with. I feel maybe it felt like a deep soulmate connection. This could have been somebody resurging from your past, from your childhood, but I feel an exchange here. I know Capricorn too. You can be very, very firm about putting in the work, right? Capricorn, they put in the work. You're the goat. You face all these challenges. You keep going, 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 right? But I feel like you've not wanted to give up on this situation is what it feels like, Capricorn, when it comes to a romantic relationship. But I feel this has been very challenging. I do feel maybe it was all about the money, stability. I think maybe in the past, this relationship at first brought you a lot of great success, a lot of financial security and prosperity. But I feel there's a shift here. I do feel maybe this was a fated connection in order for you to understand what it is that you need from a spouse. A supportive spouse, I feel, is what you're looking for. I also feel Capricorn is a really good person to work with, right? Capricorn works. But I feel there's been little to no progress in this connection. And I feel it's time to embrace some positive new change. I also feel with the Three of Cups in reverse, this could be a canceled engagement. It's like the party's over. There's really nothing left here to celebrate. And I do feel this is going to be a very emotional time. With the Two of Cups and right below it, the Three of Cups reversed, we do got an Ace of Cups in reversed. And so I feel some type of codependency here. I just feel there's nothing left to celebrate. There's a lack of joy. I feel the announcement of a breakup, a canceled engagement. This could even be like a miscarriage. Maybe you've been trying to get pregnant with this person. That's not going to be for everybody. But I feel there's a lack of fertility here, and we're going to get a wake-up call, right? That's the dead central energy. And so I think you've been the martyr. I think maybe you've self-sacrificed in this connection. Maybe somebody was connected to you because you held all the money. You had all of the skills to have that security. But I feel something here has just become a burden. And I think you're so tired of having to put in all the work. And there is a lack of balance, and this is causing stress. There's no victory here. There's no chance of renewal. I feel there's a need to really find that purpose for your life. I feel there has been a lack of clarity. I think maybe you don't want to admit that you made a bad judgment call here, but I feel something is coming to light. What was hidden in the dark is coming to light. And I feel you really need to trust the intuitive gifts that you have, the intuition that's screaming at you, hey, something here ain't right. You could have had somebody only with you after your money, because Capricorn, usually they do well in business. But I do feel it's like you've been avoiding going within. You've been afraid to really discover this truth, but the truth is coming out anyway. And I feel maybe you received poor counsel. Maybe you've been overly reliant on seeking outside advice by other tarot readers. But I feel it's time to develop your intuition. So let's clarify the awakening. Let's clarify the Hanged Man reversed, because I do feel you've really reflected on this for a long time. You've tried maybe to see things at all different angles, but I feel like this light bulb moment. Yeah, you're dealing with somebody that is emotionally withdrawn. Five of Cups in reversed and the Knight of Wands in reverse. I feel you've been dealing with a player. You're dealing with somebody that doesn't communicate with you clearly. They're cold, they're distant, they're detached. This could be somebody portraying narcissistic tendencies. I do think this coming really fast, and you built a relationship on this, and you've not wanted to give up on this person. But I feel you're dealing with somebody here that really doesn't have any staying power. And I feel you've probably been focusing on this for a very long time. I feel a lot of negative energy here. I just feel two people that are not like-minded at all. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I do feel maybe there was third party in the past, and maybe there's going to be a revelation of maybe your partner being unfaithful in the past. And this could have happened like maybe 5 years ago. I don't know how long you've been with this person, but I feel you really need to forgive yourself. You're dealing with somebody that is not very respected. They lack the emotional intelligence to communicate wisely. I think you did receive some poor advice. And I do feel like this person is just not emotionally available in this relationship, and things are not turning out the way you anticipated. even though you've wanted them to be that way. I do feel like you just don't want to invest in this anymore. You've been watering a dead tree here is kind of what it feels like. So let's take a look at the High Priestess reverse. What are these secrets coming out? Well, lies exposed. Somebody here has not been telling the truth. I think it's going to feel like the wind getting kicked out of you. Yeah, I think you've been dealing with a love bomber. I think the secret is you were dealing with a love bomber. Love bombers, what do? They come in, they sweep you off your feet, and then you go through the discard phase, right? And so there's definitely a lack of balance here. I do feel some lies are going to be exposed, and I just feel you're going to need to remain objective. There's blocks when it comes to moving forward. It's like you've been at the pivot point. You've been at the divine wide point. I think you've been living in a state of denial about a gaslighter, a love bomber when it comes to some type of love affair. And I do feel this is going to be a major realignment for you. I think you've been juggling for a long time when it comes to making a decision. I feel, because there might be a lot of emotions here that you really don't want to go into the depths of feeling. There's going to be a rebalancing when it comes to priorities, a realignment when it comes to this situation. And I kind of see you going your own way. The Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody single, independently owned and operated, enjoying the fruits of all of the hard work that you've put into a situation, because there's no balance wherever you're at. Temperance in reverse. There's a lack of balance. Sagittarius energy. It's like the two of you just can't seem to get it together, to blend together when it comes to your beliefs. I feel there's a block of beliefs. I feel you've tried to find successful compromise. There's a lack of compromise. And I feel you could be dealing with somebody that is completely losing self-control as you kind of communicate, like, I'm out of here. I feel there's going to be an unexpected shakeup or event that's going to expose what was hidden, and I think it will expose some type of embarrassing secret here. Get ready for some rapid changes, Capricorn, because I feel you're dealing with somebody who lacks integrity, who really isn't honest. And I do feel an embarrassing secret is coming out. And I think you've been losing your mind trying to figure out this person, what they've been hiding. And I think you just want to have freedom. I think this is going to be a huge missed opportunity. I do feel this could be total financial ruin, and that's where you're going to have to put in the work to build that solid foundation of self, right? With the Ace to the 9, we got an 8 of Pentacles. You've definitely invested a lot of time and a lot of effort in a situation that I feel really hasn't provided you with the abundance that you thought it was. I think you're dealing with somebody that pretended to be grounded, that pretended to, have their life together. I feel somebody here is ungrounded, but they sure are charismatic when it comes to love bombing. And I feel you've really struggled with walking away from this situation. Let's take a look at the wheel, because there is a new start here, but there's been a delay. There's been a delay. We get the Knight of Coins with the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Coins. Yeah, there's been a delay because wherever you've been at, it's not yielded any growth. I think there's been fear of admitting that this was a bad investment, an unwise choice. I feel there really wasn't a lot of planning for the future. The love bombers come in and you instantly are in a relationship. It's like this romantic relationship right out the gate. And I just feel there was not a lot of planning for the future. And I do feel this has caused a lot of unnecessary worry, because something here is definitely not in balance. And I do feel this person likely triggers a core wound in you, but you're going to have to be prepared. Don't give up on what it is that you've built. I do feel you could have somebody here after your money, and you're apprehensive because it's like, although this person presents themselves as loyal and dedicated and loving, I feel you really need to think things through, right? We can't just jump into a relationship with somebody, but I feel it's like you haven't wanted to give up. It's like you've defended this to the bitter end, but I feel now is the perfect timing to go into this healing journey. I feel a guardian angel, somebody crossed over on the other side watching over you, maybe a father figure, a grandfather figure, but I just feel it's really time to take charge of a situation. This is not your wish fulfillment. There's a lack of structure. There's a lack of discipline. And I do feel that's the biggest fear, is going into the depths of the great sadness of this ending. That's what's going to end these challenges. I do feel, you know, to go through heartbreak, to go through a very painful ending, that is where we embrace personal growth. Through facing that pain and those challenges, I do feel there's no healing a misunderstanding here. There's no being able to heal a misunderstanding. I think you wanted to be there for this person in need, but I feel you're no longer defending this connection. There you are. You're getting ready to put in the work, learn all you can about maybe focusing on your career with the Queen of Swords. I do feel maybe it's time to seek out a spiritual mentor, but I feel you've got some skills here. You got some psychic skills, some psychic abilities here that you are asked to advance upon. But there needs to be a departure here. There's two people here not on the same page. And I do feel this was a connection to maybe trigger some childhood wounds, some childhood memories. I just think you've over-romanticized what this connection is, and there is a lack of balance. And so there's going to be an unexpected shakeup. You can't see the light at the end of the tunnel until you release this situation, because you're feeding the fear. You're in some type of karmic illusion of some sort, and there does need to be an ending in order for you to see that light at the end of the tunnel. We've got Aquarian energy, Pisces. We have the Death card. And so this is a no. This is not happening. I do feel you've definitely been focusing on the negative. Where did that Five of Cups reverse go? I don't know where it's at, but I do feel this is where you embrace that inner child healing. You need to listen to your intuition, Capricorn. The signs have been cautioning you. The divine is like, it's time to release these fears. There's going to be a revelation. And I do feel this connection was put on your path as part of your spiritual transformation. You're dealing with somebody that keeps holding you back, and you know it, and you need to release this situation. So I think something's coming to a dead stop. Maybe with a Scorpio or a Cancer. But I feel without taking that risk, there really is no rewards here. So you're going to have to find your willpower. There could be an emotional outburst here. Get ready to either deliver a message you don't want to hear or receive a message you don't want to hear. I think you've been trying to maybe spy, dig a little bit deeper into this situation, because there's been a lack of open communication. I think you're going to be receiving some information that's going to be very challenging to digest, but it's going to give you the spark, the passion that you need, ignite that passion that you need to take action and to walk away from a loveless situation. And that's kind of what I got for you, Capricorn. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out that description box below. And don't forget to hit me up if you're interested in the 5-week online tarot class. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thanks.